Ferret-Worlders, this is Steph from Ferret-World. In this video, I had a request recently to make a video about how to give your ferret medication. So this is what we're going to be covering. Has been sick and your vet has prescribed it some medication to give, it can be a little bit daunting thinking about how on earth are you going to give a wriggly ferret this medication. And hopefully while you're at the vet surgery, the vet will show you how to do it. But sometimes, you're thinking about your ferret and concerned about it and you can forget what they showed you. So today I'm going to show you what I do with Yuki. So Yuki is over 7 years old and she's been sick. So she's been diagnosed with lymphoma, and the medication that Dr. Vela prescribed for her is Ferret-Pred, which is prednisolone. So it's a type of steroid. It comes in a liquid form and you have to use a syringe in order to give it to her. So she hasn't had her medication today. I'm going to show you how I do it. So the first thing that I always do before getting the ferret out and handling the ferret is I make sure I prepare the medication, because you don't want to be doing it while you have a squirming ferret in your arms. So for Yuki, she's prescribed 1.6 mils. I make sure I get the exact amount, and that's ready in a syringe, and I put it nearby, somewhere I can reach it as soon as I have her in my arms. Now we need the ferret. So the first thing that you want to do is to scruff the ferret. You want this to be over as quickly as possible for them because it's not very pleasant for them. I'll just show you how I do it and then I can explain a little bit more afterwards. Scruffed ferret, hold her nice and close to me so she can't wriggle her head. And it's all done. So she hates it. She's had it so many times now and she knows exactly what it is. So obviously she's going to try to get away from me because it's not a pleasant experience for her. That's why when I scruff her, I hold her close to my body because otherwise she'll shake her head and spit the medication out. So I make sure that I hold her body nice and close to me and also support her bum. If you have a scruff, always support the ferret's bum. I keep her nice and close so she has limited movement of her head, and then I put the medication into her mouth. Make sure that the medication actually goes down her throat. So you have to, kind of put the syringe in their mouth and make sure that the medication goes down the throat. Otherwise, she would just spit it out. You're such a good girl. Do you still love me? Oh, thank you, darling. And normally I would have some kind of a treat for her in the cage to give her so that she has an unpleasant experience but is followed by a pleasant experience. And now after she has her medications, she'll often go to the cage and look for her treat. And the treat could be in the form of whole prey or a piece of meat or a raw egg yolk or something like that. So she knows now that when she has the medication, she's going straight to the cage because there's something yummy waiting for her. So the most important things about giving your ferret medication is making sure that you have a fairly strong hold on the scruff to make sure that they can't wriggle away from you, because they will. Yuki's at this point that if she even smells the medication that she's about to get, she'll try to run in the other direction. So it's important to make sure that they can't run and they can't wriggle out of your hand. You saw how she tried to wriggle with me, and it's important to not let them so that they can have the medication. And also limit their head movement. Anyone who's tried to give a ferret medication will know that they are very quick when it comes to shaking their heads and can spit medication out very quickly. So it's important to limit it, which is why I held her very close to me and also supported her head once the medication was in her mouth to make sure that she couldn't spit the medication out by shaking her head. And then try to make it as pleasant as an experience as possible. And by pleasant, I mean get it over and done with as quickly as possible. Because the longer it drags on, the more unpleasant it gets, the more their stress levels might go up, especially if they're smelling the medication and knowing what's about to come. So try to get it over and done with as quickly as possible, and then they can go on their merry way. And it's that simple. I hope this video has helped you. Let me know in the comment section below how you found it and what your methods and techniques are when it comes to giving your ferrets medication. I would love to learn more about you and your ferrets. And if you haven't already, then make sure you like this video, make sure you share it with your friends, and also make sure that you subscribe to this channel because we release videos every single week.